Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We have some participants here. Thank you very much for coming. We will start in 3 minutes. There is from Citahati, from AC Kids, and Kingston School, LSCS, and HIS. There are two, Bevi, Irzal. Oh, there are three, and also Rima. Four, oh, okay. Rwanda, Paramount School. We have also from Bina Cita Utama, Ratih, from Gloria 3, Sekolah Pelita Bangsa. Okay, we have two from Sekolah Pelita Bangsa. Okay, is there the attendees comes from other country than Indonesia here? Okay, so yeah, all of you lives in Indonesia right now. Okay, so here we will start our session, and we will talk about this thing. Well, everybody, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Yasfi Kandias, as you see there. I'm from Yogyakarta, but originally I'm from East Java. I'm from East Java, and right now I am the teacher in Afkaruna Islamic School for primary grade, and I teach for Aldi Rosal Islamiyah, that is about Islamic studies or Islamic values. And this afternoon, we will talk about multiple roles in facing the changes and challenges for online moral education. But before that, I would like to say thank you very much, everybody, for those who come to this breakout room. And I'm here. I'm here as the one who will share my experience about how to deliver the moral educations to my students, especially. But I think I also need your help. I also need you to share all of your experience about how to deliver the moral on your school. So this session, I am here not as an expert of this theme, but I believe that all of the person who come here are the expert of this moral educations. So I hope all of you also, especially at the last session, will share about your experience on your school, how to deliver the moral education, especially right now, like when we have a pandemic. Well, before we continue about that, about what is moral education. So we will start from the educations first. So yeah, there are a lot of meaning about educations. There are a lot of activities in education. Also, there are a lot of requirements. There should be the educators. There should be students. At the past, should be the school, but right now, I think school is doesn't matter anymore since most of the activities during the pandemic that is online learning. So in the education day, the student will gain about knowledge such as science, math, art, what else? Computer science, social studies, and so on. Um, and also not only about that, not only about the knowledge, but they also learn about the skills, yeah? A lot of skills, living skills, communication skills, and leadership, and then social skills, and so on. A lot of skills also the student will learn in the school. And also the third, this is the theme that we will talk for this an hour. Yeah? This is about morals, about morals. So if we talk about morals, it means we talk about a lot of things, and I also need your help to how how do you what define what is morals, and also they learn about religious values. Yeah, they also learn about religious values such as um, how to obey to the God, and then what thing that they should do that is what commanded by their God, and then what thing that they should avoid because that is something that the God doesn't like or prohibit. And then the students also learn about the habits. Yeah? The students also learn about the habits. And also habits actually has a lot, very, very strong connection with morals as well as religious values. So the morals can be formed by habits as well as by the religious values that they learn from the book, from the school, from the educators, from the internet, and so on. Okay, and um, still we are talking about the education. So actually, there are a lot of methods, and I just put five here. So like the first is teaching, yeah, like or lecturing, like the educators inside the classroom and give the lesson, and the students will listen, will write, and so on. And other than that, we have also training, a lot of trainings that the students can learn from the school. And then there is also storytelling, such as storytelling as uh, the way they learn about history, or the storytelling as the way they learn about the language. Like for some schools, especially in Indonesian schools, Indonesian people that use English in their schools, some of them use storytelling as the base for the students to how they encourage the students in pronounce, in gaining more vocabularies and so on. And then if we talk about other method that is deeper, that is about discussion, yeah, about discussion. Why I said that discussion is deeper than the other? Because a discussion, they should gain the knowledge first, such as from anyway, any sources, yeah, from the book, educators, and so on. But then they should deliver that to other students between the groups or just individually. And in the discussion also there is how they deliver the material, and then how they debate with the other and so on. That's why discussion is actually one of the method that can increase their what critical thinking, creative thinking, and also how they give the proof about what they said. And then we have also directed research, okay, directed research, such as like a research project, and then research that based on the book, research based on the theory, and so on. Well, we have done for talking about the education. I think this is only the beginning. And then, now I need you to be more active, all of the attendees here. So, what is moral educations for you? Okay, what is moral educations for you? And I need you to answer that in chat room. So, wait, I will stop the share first, and I will be back to my slide again. Okay, character building. That's from Bevi. Okay, so that's right. So we have also character building, and I need for the other response. Okay, how about the other? What is moral education for you? Or someone wants to directly answer with opening the video, it will be much better. Anyone wants to give the what is moral education for you? Since actually I want to know a lot about this, because this is related to our material, not material actually, our talking after this. Character building. How about the others? Okay, students' behavior. Thank you. So there to answer from Bevi and from Abby. Students' behavior. Okay, that's also correct. Okay, don't worry, everybody. So everything is correct. I will not say, "Oh, your answer is wrong." No, everything is correct. Okay, so that's about what moral education, and you still have the time for answering that. While I will continue for the next slide. Okay, there is from. Okay, Caroline Diana, build student understanding to face their future, which not only depends on their academic. Yes, being able to be reflective of their thought and action. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much from Ria Santos and Caroline Diana. And we will continue for the next slide. Okay, so there are a lot of meaning about what is moral education actually. So if we want to talk about moral education, so that is not only one, two, three things, and also not something that we can easily actually deliver to the santri, but to the students, because moral education is not only the matter of gaining the knowledge, like I said before at the beginning, but also there are a lot of things that what can affect to this moral education, such as the role and so on. Okay, so this is only part of the thing. If you see here, there is ethic, there is character, there is respect, there is the truth, how to make the students tell the truth, how to make the students make the difference between which one is correct, which one is incorrect, which one is truth, which one is untruth, and also other thing. And this is about how to teach about respect to the others, respect to their friends, respect to the educators, respect to the elders, and a lot of things, etiquette. many things. This is also about communication and so on. And this is just a little bit that I share, I put on my abstract that in this presentation, I will share about my experience, right? So I hope this is not only my experience that we will hear from this conference, but also your experience. Many of you is much better, so we can learn a lot from all of the attendees here. If you see here, this is part of our our character that we strongly teach to our students. So since we are now in Yogyakarta, and from Javanese ethnic, it means we have a lot of local values that we should uphold, such as shaking hands. Actually, this is also part of shaking hands, but for the students to the educators, they should kiss the educator's hand. Okay, and of course, this picture is the picture taken about 2 or 3 years ago. So this is before pandemic, and now we don't have this kind of thing. This is also one of the challenges that we are facing now. Okay, so this is one of the thing, yeah, that we strongly teach to our students. They should kiss the educator's hand. It means they should bow their head. It means they should throw their arrogance and so on. There are a lot of things that students can learn about this, even though we didn't tell them about, okay, please kiss our hands. So you will blah, blah, blah. So you will blah, blah, blah. No, we will not teach about that. But we just give them the role, and they will practice that. And that's what we are doing here. And the other thing, just a little bit thing, yeah, of course, like the attitude inside the classroom, for example. When the educators explaining, when the educators talk, and when the students want to interrupt, they should raise their hand. Okay, raise your hand, please. Okay, sir, can I blah 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 blah? No, raise your hand first. That's what we are doing. Um, and also, when they want to ask for permission for the toilet, or they want to wash their hands, and then they cannot speak or talk with their friends, and then they cannot disturb each other, and then a lot of things that they should do inside the classroom. But now, of course, we cannot do this thing right now, since our classroom now is on the screen. So we just see to each other by the screen. Uh, and then, yeah, of course, this is about the challenge that we will discuss today. Okay, and then the other thing that usually we give to the students, like they should say ma'am or sir, but here in Indonesia, especially in Yogyakarta, they should say pak or bu. I think here also, not only in Yogyakarta, but I think in Jakarta as well, Jakarta or East Java or Sumatra, I think they also still say pak or bu or Mr., Miss, ma'am, sir. So this is part of the thing that they should do as what, showing the respect, okay, by saying the sir, ma'am, and so on, and then shows the gratitude. And we ask them to say thank you for if there is the friend helps you, please say thank you. Anything that happens, what your friend gives you something, please say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's the thing that we give to the students. For the beginning, it seems like, oh, that's only imitating, but not only imitating, but it becomes their habit. And once it becomes their habit, it becomes their moral. It means this is one of the things that we can do to build their moral. And then say, please, please, may I go to the toilet, please? May I blah blah blah, please, 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 please. Okay. And also, excuse me, when they want to pass in front of the educators, excuse me, their friends, excuse me, and so on. And then eye contact while talking, and also honesty. Yeah, like I said before, there is honesty, and then apology. And then now I will ask you, based on these values kids show when using good manners, okay, if you see at the right side, based on values kids show when using good manners, which one the thing that you can do on the screen? Okay, sorry, I forget to put the number there. So, ma'am or sir is number one, and apology is number seven. Okay, please activate your chat room, and I will check it. Okay, which one the thing that we still can do on the screen? One, two, three, four, five, six, or all? All? Okay. Okay, there's the answer. All except for eye contact. Yes. How about the others? All? Okay. All of them. Okay. Thank you, Bevi, Abi, Ria, Sylvia. Okay, so I think everybody agree that yeah, on only one, that is eye contact. Yeah, that's right. So maybe we can do that as long as they keep this keep the camera on. Okay, so like we make the agreement like, okay, during the classroom please always turn on your camera, please always yeah. And then so that's the way we do eye contact with the screen, right? Okay, but when we do like when we ask them to call us like with ma'am, sir, pa, bu, or what else, miss, mister, and the other, they still can do that on the screen, right? And also they still can say thank you sir, thank you for, and we also can say thank you for them, for example, like thank you for coming on time, and so on. We still can do please, excuse me, and and also the other. But yeah, I think eye contact is the thing that we sometimes we can do, sometimes not. Yeah, this is also the matter of technical thing, not only about how they open the camera, but also sometimes the connection, sometimes yeah, other technical issues and so on. Okay, here we will continue. Okay, so everybody, this is just a little bit sharing about the character in my school. And again, I said to you that at the last, I hope you also will share about the character or moral educations from your school, so we can learn together here and we get more and more knowledge from all of you here. So yeah, Afkaruna is the name of my school. Yeah, some of the language here is using Arabic, but I will try to explain that. Okay, the first is called management. That is management of heart. Okay, management of heart. This is the thing that is fundamental that our students should understand. Understand, not understand in the term of the meaning, but understand how they how they apply this kind of character. The first is Siddiq. Okay, Siddiq is honesty. Siddiq is honesty. So maybe in some school, honesty is very important thing, and also taught by what straightly about Siddiq. Okay, because this is what the fundamental thing that in the future can affect them, what they when they grow up, what uh, they want to be what, like president or someone in what, in other governor job. This is the most issue that they should uphold. The first is civic, that honesty, always telling the truth, and also never lie. Okay, even though that is something bad, but usually in my school, usually the educator always what, give the okay, just say the truth. Even though that is something bad for you, but as long as you say it, you say the truth, that is still okay for us. Okay, that's about the truth, about the honesty. And then the second you see there, that is ikhlas. That is ikhlas or sincere, sincere. So it means they will do something not because they want something like reinforcements sometimes, but this is for their goodness. But sometimes they also think that okay, I will do this to make God love me, for example, and so on. And then we talk about if you see there, there is also tahammul. Okay, there is also tahammul, that is steadfastness. Steadfastness. Okay, so that is more than be passion, but more, something that more than only passion. So that's is about tahammul. And then for the personal character, oh, sorry, we have chat here. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you for the answer. Okay, we will continue about the personal character. So the first is discipline, such as about on time, about uniform, about many things. Yeah. This is also the thing that we always teach to them. And then self-reliance. Why do we choose self-reliance, not independence? Because there is some difference with that. Self-reliance means they believe on their abilities, but they not ignore the others. Okay, and then for the other, we have communication, such as with their friends, with the educators, with the parents, and so on. And then adaptation with the environment, and then leadership. Okay, leadership. Sometimes students like to be leader, but how to be leader, that is the thing that we need to teach them. Okay, okay. So why we put the character as the one of the thing that is important in the educations? Yeah, yeah, I just take this from Martin Luther King. We must remember that intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of education. Of course, this is not from me. This is from Martin Luther King. Okay, now I have another question for you. You just please just say yes or no. Do you think that moral education is important? Yes. Okay. Yes. Essential. Yes. Basic foundation of all of the education. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think everybody agree. If yeah, of course, moral education is the thing that is very important. Yes, but how to effectively teach is not easy. Yes, definitely yes. Okay, okay. Now I have the second. Yes, as an educator, we have to create students not just with big brain, but also with big heart. That's right. That's totally right. Thanks, Abby. Okay. Okay, I think nobody will say no about this. Okay, so we know that knowledge is important. Yeah, like Eddie said. Sorry, I may I use your word, right. Big thing is important. Big thing is important, but also big heart is also very important. Okay, so it means. Um, if everybody agree about that, so it means what is that? Moral education is important for the students. But now I have the second question. What makes it important? What makes it important? Yes, as an educator, we have to create students not just with big brain, but also with big heart. Yes, knowledge is the best with virtue. That's right. That's right, Eddie. Okay, how about the other? I need also your suggestion about this, your answer about this. But why do you think that teaching moral education is important? To make human human. That's right. That's very, very good answer. To make human human. That's right. Okay. It will make students have a good character of themselves. Okay, thank you, Sylvia and Wardania. So, yeah, if we see this answer to make human human, it means if human doesn't have the moral, it means they, I don't know, it will be human or not. Okay, because moral education help to gain knowledge in better way. Yeah, thank you, Rati. And good moral will direct them to use their knowledge properly. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So not only big brain, but also they use their knowledge in the good way, right? It comes before knowledge. We can be beneficial to others with our knowledge when equipped with good characters. That's right. Thank you, Bevi. Okay. Yeah. What a great answer. Yeah. That's why at the beginning I believe that everybody here is an expert. Yeah. Okay. Everybody here is it's an expert, and I hope you will share a lot of things here. Okay, let's continue then. Um, okay. Oh, sorry, I left this part. Okay, now is another question. Okay, or anybody wants to open the camera? What is the best way to deliver it? What is the best way to deliver it? Yeah, and also this question is talk about the way to deliver it offline, of course, not online. We will talk about online situation after this. After this, show an example. Okay, to build the good character because children are human. Okay, so what example that you want, Sylvia, to deliver the moral? Maybe one of the example that I show you before, that is about respect to others and also the attitude inside the classroom. Okay, anybody wants to share with opening the camera so everybody can see you? Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We have from Sekolah Pelita Bangsa. Hmm.
Okay, hi. May I answer?
Can you please open your camera? Yes.
I
Okay.
I
Thank you.
have a camera.
Yes. Okay. Please.
Is it now? Okay, so probably one of the most effective ways to instill the moral education to students is by doing some role play. So we guide them, we ask them to imagine or to put them in some situations that are needing some ways or some problem. So we give them some topic to discuss. For example, what happens if you see a grandmother who's trying to cross a busy road? What would you do? So we give them that that instance so they can think about, yeah, it's only for example, but of course the case study would be really various. So yeah, for example, and then we ask them, what would you do to help her? Will you help her or will you not help her, for example? And by putting them on that situation, they can have this ability to empathize, to have some sympathy and empathy towards the grandmother, for example. And then they would be able to come up with some ideas about how to help her or whether or not should we help her. So I think, yeah, that is one of the examples that we can do in order to instill this moral education to students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. How do I call you? Eko. After you open your camera, your face seems similar to me. I mean, not similar, sorry, familiar. Yeah, I think we met somewhere. Yeah. Okay. I think we can continue our talk later. Okay, thank you very much. For example, like we give the role, we give the like a case, example of the case, and then we ask them to solve, or we ask them to choose. Okay, we give them yeah, the choose which one that you choose, or what should you do, and then when you see something like this, when you see something like that, that also part of the important thing that we can do for the students. That's totally correct, and thank you very much, Eko Saputra. And how about the other? Would you like to share about how do you deliver the moral education? Yes, please, Abby. Thank you. Could you please unmute your microphone?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? So for me, moral education should not only be taught as a subject like GMRC or values education, because even if you're a mathematics teacher or a science teacher, you can also integrate moral education. Like in mathematics, probably you can give problem solving, that you can integrate values as you teach. You can teach values education even if you're not a values ed teacher. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I mean, you can integrate values as you teach other subjects. Even if it's not values education subject, you can still teach morals and values in other subjects.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So, yeah, I get the point that moral subject is not only for one, two educators of one, two subjects, right? So all of the subject, all of the educators of the subject also can teach the students about this, about moral, right? Even though we are not yeah, of course, if math is talk about the math, and also science will talk about science, but we also can integrate, yeah, based on Abby's explanation, we can also integrate about moral education while we are still teaching math, science, what else, physical educations, and so on. Thank you very much, Abby. Okay, anybody else? Okay, I think two first for this part, and at the I will continue first, but then at the last we still have time for sharing, just like before from Eko and Abby, and please also be prepared about that, because yeah, we want to know many things. We want to know many things about how do you deliver the moral education on your school, especially. Okay, let's continue then. Okay, so of course, the first is the first of thing that very important for students especially, but is the educator as the role model. Is the educator as the role model, and I think everybody here is agree about this. Okay, if we ask student to be on time, it means the educator should show the on time. If we ask the student to be clean, it means the educator should be clean, right? If we ask the student what else to say something nice, it means the educator should say something nice. Once we say something bad and our students know, it will be worst thing. Okay, so the first is educators as the role model for anything, not only inside the classroom, but also if you meet the students everywhere on the street, on mall, on market, and so on. Please, if we always show the the noble attitude and so on, so our student also will follow us. So perfect role model, educator as perfect role model. Okay. And then the second is always control about their moral. So controlling the moral is something that is also important, because if we ask them, for example, okay, inside the classroom, every student, if you want to ask something, please raise your hand. Once you find the student doesn't raise the hand, it means you should directly remind them. So this is part of supervise or control, because if we do something like this and consistently, so the character or also the moral of the student will be stronger and stronger. But if we see something something happened not improper, and then we are just quiet, so the student will think, okay, so that's okay, it means if I do like this, because the educator will not remind me, it means I did something good, or I didn't do something wrong, because the educator didn't remind me. So that's why the consistency of the educators to always control their habit, their moral, that is one of the important thing. Yes, Abi?
Sorry, the icon doesn't go out, so I don't know why. I'm
Oh,
not raising
okay.
my hand.
Yes. Okay, that's okay. But you also
It
still can.
doesn't
Oh yeah.
disappear. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no, no. That's okay. That's very okay. Okay, and so I will continue. Um, and uh, and then the third is evaluate. So evaluate is also important to make them always consistent. And what thing that we need to improve, what thing that the student what did. So this is so the first educator as role model, and then what else after that? So only role as the role model is not enough, but the educators also should control and supervise. And then the last is evaluating what is good, what is bad, what is the thing that need to improve, and so on. Okay, this is another question. The thing that uh, most of the thing that I've told you before, especially about the ethic attitude that is in normal situation, it means in face-to-face situation. But then now we have pandemic right now, COVID-19. So face-to-face learning is in some places it's impossible. I think on your city, on your country, uh, you still can do that. But here, especially in Yogyakarta, most of the school are still closed. Are still closed. I think they just open only 1 to 3 students per day and they shift the schedule and so on. But most of the school are still closed here. It means yeah, the education process are still on the screen. Okay, before we go further, I also need your contribution to share about how do you deliver about moral education for your students during this pandemic. I mean, why in online learning, So anybody wants to share? You can put the chat, whether you can also uh, uh, um, raise your hand, so everybody can uh, everybody can hear your voice and see your face. Anybody wants to share about moral education in online situation, in online way? Okay, or you can type on the chat group. Okay, Abby, would you like to share it again about the online learning on your place?
During before I start my online class and
Yes.
before I end my online class, I always remind my students the value of resiliency. We all need to be resilient, that despite this pandemic, despite all the negative things that been happening, we have to set our goals. We have to be positive in everything that we do, so that after this pandemic, we will all go out with something beneficial to us. And I always tell them to be patient, to be compassionate, to each other. I always remind them the different values, because if you keep on reminding them, somehow it will be instilled in them and they will try to practice it. And then I'm teaching primary kids, so I try to remind them, they can be morally, they can be better morally by just doing the simple tasks that they are being asked to do.
Okay, thank you very much, Abby. So yeah, it's quite similar that what I did here. So we always explain to the students at the beginning, especially when the first time we moved from offline to online learning, and we will say, okay, what is our goal, and then when it how for how long it will happen, and what should we do after that, and then what students should do, and then what method that we choose. At the beginning, it was okay. So everything is what unclear, especially for the students. Moreover, it's about the what about moral education. So, but then we choose some method that we can use for online online learning for education and moral. Okay, thank you very much. And we also ask the student, okay, please be patient about this. This is not for a long time, but then we have more than a year about this, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And how about the other? Someone wants to share about this?
I think the best thing we can do now
Yeah.
is to make online learning fun.
Yes, that's totally
Because once it gets boring to the students, that's the time they try to do other things that are not, that are not good.
yes, that's totally right. Okay, so I agree with you. So we cannot think about, okay, when it will be done, when it will be done, when it will be done. No, no. I think now is the time for us to think about how to make this fun for the students, right? Yeah. Okay, that's okay. How about the other? Okay, and again, Abby, thank you. You have a lot of side for us. Anybody wants to share by the chat or sorry, I didn't open the chat. Okay, story reading. Okay, lowering expectation in some ways. Okay, that's right. Also, yeah, this is the thing that we can do to make us not focus on our target. That is the target before pandemic. So the student should master this, master that, and so on. So we should lower the expectation for our students. Thank you, Wardania. And from Bevi here, story reading, sharing stories of good deeds, consistency of daily routines, and helping around the house of life skills duties. Yes. Okay, this is also the thing that we can give to our students. So, the duties is not only about the knowledge, not only about, okay, please do your homework, your task, writing task, filling in the question and so on, but we can also involve them to help the parents, help to clean up the room, clean up the kitchen, clean up the father, and so on. And this is something that can be more improve their moral, especially a good attitude and behavior for helping the others. Okay, thank you everybody, and let's continue again. So, other than the educator as the role model, we have also students self-evaluation. Okay, so this is the thing that we can do for students, especially to control what they are feeling, and then what is their progress. Okay, but this is student-based report. Yeah, so they make diary and what thing that they have done for that day. For example, helping or saying something good or on other thing. And then this is only an example, like circle time with the room leader or homeroom. The students will talk a lot about what happens with them and what they are feeling at the time. Of course, this is the thing that we can do in online learning, such as Zoom or Google Meet or what else, or Microsoft Teams and so on. So this is also important for the room leaders to always ask them about what they are feeling, what is their progress at that time. So diary making is writing based, but circle time is based on their report. Okay, so this is only an example, but yeah, we can say every day, like say hello. I think also all of the educators here do this to the students. Okay, so how are you today, and so on, just to make us still engage with them. And then other than that, we have also, the students also should make daily journal, like a lot of things that they can do at that time. Okay, so this is one two tools that we can use for the students to make them still do evaluation. Okay, anyway, other than that, we have peer monitoring social ties. Okay, so why this is also important, okay, to make them still engage to each other between their friends. Yeah, so one students will give the what the opinion or will talk about their friends, but in front of them. Okay, so like when we want to make the group, okay, one student will be the leader, and okay, the leader, please lead your friends to what to talk about what the other students. So like they give the score, for example, they give the grade for the other students. This is uh, the important thing about this is to make them still engaged, since still they now never meet to each other. They never meet. Okay, they are in their house with the parents. Okay, and never go to the school. So this is one thing that we can do to make them still engaged. Okay, and also this is what this is the thing that educators educators should do more. Okay, this is about so the first is always control what students do through parents. We know that now if we want to supervise them, we cannot directly go to the students, right? But we can still communicate with the person that is the closest person with them, that is the parents. That's why after this we will talk about the parents' engagement. And other than that, okay, like what, how do we give them the role? Okay, not if we can face the students, I mean face to face, meet them, so we can directly give them the roles, and they can directly look at us. But while we are having this, it means we still can do like making video, whether it's in Google Classroom by YouTube or Google Drive and so on. This is only an example, and then the example that the role can that we can give to them by the video. And I think you will also have a lot of things that you can share after this, not only about this. And okay. Other than that, we still can talk with them, okay, with online platform. A lot of things, like now we have we are using Zoom, or there are a lot of I think there are a lot of platforms that can provide online learning, such as Google Meet or something else. Okay. Okay, other than that, uh, this is one of the important thing that is about the engagement with the parents. So since they are still they still need the role model, and we are far away from them. Okay, so the closest person that we can ask for help to be the role model is the parents. Okay, that's why we should engage also with the parents. Okay, how can we engage with the parents? We just open the communication. We make the partnership. We make the communication further, and so on. Okay, so why this is important again? Because the parents is the closest person now, not only in physically but also supervising the students, since now we cannot face them. Okay, so the participation of parents is very important about this. That's why we need to make the good partnership and good communication with the parents in terms of control the students, and also about all of the things that related to their activities in the house. Yeah, this is only one of the example, like using social media just for monitoring what they are doing and so on. And then this is the second that I said before, that we will give the parents a role. For example, like, okay, Bapak, Ibu, or Sir, today we want to learn about honesty. No, about how to say thank you, for example. And then we ask the parents to always control the student. Okay, once you give your kid and they didn't say thank you, please always remind him. for example. This is also one of the role that we can give to the parents. Of course, I think some parents have a lot of things to do. Sometimes be busy, he or she busy about another activity. But this is for those who can accompany students. This is very important to give the parents their role. Okay, and then the third, giving the students activity involve family member. Yeah, just like Bevi said before, we give the activity for the students, like, okay, help your mom to clean up the room, to tidy up the kitchen, and so on. I think this is also the great idea. Okay, and uh, now is sharing session. So we only have 3 minutes, but hopefully this 3 minutes is very precious. So everybody, just please directly raise your hand for sharing about your experience on your school. Anybody wants to share? Okay, we have Wardania there. Okay, Wardania, please.
Okay, thank you very much for your opportunity. And I think the first thing that I can get, well, after this 1 year of doing all of this, the first thing that I try to focus on with my students is that how to maintain their well-beingness. So as what I chat before, that maybe we can lower their expectation and just focus on some things to develop their moral. And I also explain to them that we need to work together with parents and to have all of these to work together and integrate everything in our lesson. So it's not a one special lesson, but we integrate that in other lessons. And just now I discussed with my friends over here that we have a new challenge, is that this has been going on for more than a year, and our students, our santri, are getting comfortable with this. So later on, if we want to start our school offline, then would that be another challenge to teach moral offline? And yeah, so yeah, just 2 cents for me, how this how like what we are going to face next. And thank you very much for your sharing.
Okay, thank you very much, Wardania, for your sharing. And yeah, of course, when we face when we have done for this pandemic, and then the students will will adapt with the new situation, since now most of the students are very comfortable with this situation. They don't need to go to the school, and then they just need to open the laptop or the phone, and then they are connected with the activities and so on. So for the next the next challenge is about how do we face offline learning again. And actually, for the educators, it will be easy, but I mean, they just need to go back to the normal curriculum. But for the students, it needs more adaptation. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. So
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the last second for our meeting. And again, I would like to say thank you very much, everyone. Okay, see you next time. Hopefully we can see to each other at the same